Yay, third time lucky. That took a long time to get this one going this morning. It just wouldn't work. Crazy. Hello, welcome to Psychic Cafe. Probably looks like I've got 3 going. So it gives people some time to come on. Because that just took me 4 minutes to get live then. Third time lucky. It's very rare that there's problems with this. It's usually pretty good. So, Psychic Cafe today for the 7th of February 2020. And we've got a full moon coming up in 2 days, which means today I'm making the full moon video for each star sign. So look out for that on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to go further into the daily read, which is all about taking action, and it's about friendships, and it's about success, which is interesting. I've picked out a Colette Baron-Reid card as well, just to give us a bit of a different perspective on the day. I'm going to go deeper into all of that, pick some cards out, and then I'm going to give readings for you guys, anyone that's on the live, joining me live. So if you haven't joined me live before, then I do it pretty much every morning. Not every morning. Like yesterday, I took the day off. I wasn't feeling too good. I've got a bit of a sore throat. Hey, Saskia. Got a bit of a sore throat at the moment. So I've been taking it a bit easy. It's strange. It's like just a little bit sick. Just a little bit of a sore throat. Hey, Mimi. A little bit of a sore throat. But when I've been training, skipping, my head feels like it's bouncing in my skull. So, and my energy hasn't been brilliant in training. So there's something going on in my body. I've been taking it a bit easy. But usually I'm on here every day. So yeah, the daily read today, it's all about taking action, going for it. It's about success. It's about friendships. It's about reaching out. It's about doing it. Anything that you've been putting off, getting it done, because the energies are good for that. Colette Baron-Reid's card today is Truth Be Told, which is a little bit different. Yeah, I'm getting something that the whole island's got. I know a lot of people that have got the same thing. They've got it worse than me. My immune system's really strong, so for some people it's not just a sore throat and feeling a little bit off. It's weird. It's like I don't feel sick. There's just something a little bit not right. Other people have got it like a full-blown cold and fever and stuff, not me. I'm feeling good apart from that. It's really annoying having being a little bit sick. Just a little bit sick. So truth be told, let's see what Colette says about this. Accepting things at face value is what I just saw then. There is the truth, which is the essence of a thing, and then there is a truth, subjective according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. This is not a time for debate about which truth is truer. This is a time when you're called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is. Peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and Spirit will answer with miracles. I'm going to read the relationship message too. You're Satan, really? Okay, relationship message. People tell you who they are very quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave, and pay attention to your intuition about people as well. That's what I'm hearing. People reveal their truth, not always in their words and their actions, but also in their vibration. And how many times do we pick up a vibe about someone? No, like we know that there's something off about them, and then we override it because we're just going off their words and their actions, and then we regret it later. And then we say things like, I knew that, why didn't I follow it? So people tell you who they are very quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. This card calls you to engage in heartfelt, open conversation. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based in your personality and experience up to now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly and see how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back, speak your truth and listen. So, yeah. This full moon that we've got coming up in 2 days, I've not done the video. I'm going to do the video right after this for it. But I know it's going to be a crazy one because when I recorded the daily reads for this week, it got up to Sunday and the energy was crazy. And I didn't even know it was a full moon. And I said in the video, this is like full moon energy. Everyone's going crazy. Like, watch out there. And so I know it's going to be a crazy one. I also know that there's a lot of stuff about relationships going on. So I'm feeling like we're already in that energy now. I don't know. It'd be interesting to do that full moon read and see what's going on. Who are you reporting, Mimi? You can't report someone for having a name. Yeah, so maybe today it's about speaking the truth. Maybe it's about reaching out to someone, speaking your truth, giving your point of view. Maybe you've been holding back the truth and it's time to say it now. Yeah, could be. Let's go deeper into the daily read. See what today's about. Being outspoken. Decide and get what I want. I'm picking up from this. Sometimes we just have to speak out about what we want. We've got to stand up. We've got to put ourselves forward. We can't do it by sitting back and not claiming what it is that we want. You know, you've actually got to stand up and say, yes, I want that, and speak out for it and ask for it, especially from people. You know, people can sometimes sit back and wait for people to give them what they want without telling people what they want, thinking that somehow if they keep on being a good person, giving out to other people, that it's going to come back to them, that other people are going to be that same way. And it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen because we're the ones in charge of our lives, right? We get to make the decisions of our lives and for ourselves. And so this is like a call to be a little bit more selfish today and get on board with your own life. Decide what you want and actually speak out for that. Speak out for what you want. Yeah, which is interesting because the daily read talked about success, going for success and going for our version of success, which isn't necessarily everyone else's version of success, you know. It was also about feeling the fear but doing things anyway, getting past the fears and taking action, especially around relationships. Look at this. Relationships and how they've been up until now. Maybe you've been sat back, not speaking out in relationships, in your connections, in any kind of relationship, you know, friendships, work things, work relationships, any kind of connections. So this is like what the status quo, what's been going on up until now. This might be the day that people snap, kind of thing. Stop putting up with things and start speaking their mind, start standing up for themselves, that kind of thing. So yeah, there might be changes in relationships today just for that. It could be that you just get to the end of, or other people get to the end of putting up with things, you know, getting to the end of the tether, getting to that point where they're going to do something about it now. And it's good to ask yourself, like, if that's you that's doing that, it's like, why did you wait so long? Why not do it in the moment? Because we really stress ourselves out if we don't speak out in the moment. I've seen it when I was doing EEG biofeedback, when I was a neurotherapist. I had that practice in Australia. And so I had people hooked up to EEG machines. So I was looking at their brainwaves and training their brains for things like epilepsy, attention deficit, that kind of thing. PTSD, lots of things. But what I could see from that, watching people's brains, is sometimes people would be in a near panic state. I'm looking at their EEG, and their EEG is high beta, like they're in panic, very, very stressed. And then I'd look, because they sat right next to me, I'd look at them, and then they're seemingly calm, but it's like their brain isn't calm. What the hell's going on? And I'd think like something was going wrong with the equipment or something, because it's an anomaly, but it's not. It's just people pretending, right? Because and every single time that happened, they would say something like, is it okay if I go to the bathroom, right? And as soon as they said that, their EEG went back to normal again. And so and sometimes it would be like 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes that they'd be in that stressed out state, even though they look seemingly calm. Their body is pumping out cortisol. The brain's in this almost panic state, like fight or flight, just because they didn't tell me they wanted to go to the toilet so I could unhook the things, put the leads over the shoulder, and they could go to the bathroom quite easily. It wasn't a problem. But yeah, it's amazing. And if you're doing that, if you're holding things in for days and days and weeks and months, especially in relationships, and not speaking your mind, if you're just putting up with something, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Because you're actually damaging yourself. Physically, you're damaging yourself. Yeah. So it's very important to speak out. And sometimes people are taught not to do that, to put up with things, and that it's the nice thing to do, just to put up with things and not rock the boat. But it's so damaging to our health, our mind, everything. So I'm feeling like, today we're getting toward that full moon energy, and doing things that are best for us, speaking out, doing things that are best for us, moving away from seemingly being the peacemaker but creating havoc within ourselves, to putting our heart first. Because when we're trying to people please, we don't know what they want. We don't know what they want. We can't guess what they want. We might think we're doing the best thing for other people and we're a good person because of that. But if you ever had someone do that for you, doing what they think is best for you, it's really annoying, because they almost always get it wrong, that it's not what you want. It's like someone imposes in your life and tries to give you something and tries to do things for you. Have you ever had someone like that? It's really annoying. And so that people pleasing, it's not the best for others. It's best to let people get on with going for what they want in their lives, making their own decisions for themselves. And so this is like moving away. Today, it's a big day for that, moving away from the people-pleasing thing, standing up for your own heart and what your own heart wants, sorting out how you're feeling within yourself, speaking out, that kind of thing, not holding back anymore. Yes, there's lots of people who pretend and make themselves sick that way. Yes, speaking your mind is very important. So is. Yeah, and I had no idea before I was doing that neurotherapy and I saw it. I had no idea. And they was just little things too. I mean, these were just little things like needing to go to the bathroom or the sun glaring through the window. Just tiny little things. Imagine what we're doing to ourselves when it's big things, when someone's hurt us and then we haven't spoken out about it. When there's something is harming us and we don't speak out about it. Imagine the knock-on effect of that and how much bigger it is. I used to put up with things, not anymore. Yeah, me too. Mimi's right there too. Being selfish for our good is good. It is. Yeah. And you know where you're at with someone like that as well, with someone that's standing up for themselves. You know where you're at with them. Loving today's guidance. So, yeah, I wonder what's going to go on today. So 2 days ago, when it was all about relationships and stuff, I'm trying to think what happened. Oh, I did. I went out. I went to my ex's. But it wasn't particularly significant. Mine was more about the dreams. I was just wondering if anyone else had someone showing up from the past. Yeah. Because loving ourselves is going to fulfill us, nothing else will. Religions can tell us all they like that, but people pleasing and putting other people's first is going to give us some rosy rewards in the afterlife, but fulfillment in the now, in this life now, because it's the life that we've got. It's all about loving ourselves, fulfilling ourselves. And when we all start doing that, then people won't be so much of a problem to each other anymore. Yeah, it's really a good thing. Interesting energies. I'm really looking forward to doing the full moon read today. I'm just so interested in what it's going to be, because I feel like the shifts in the energy at the moment. Do you feel it too? Your trip, no word from my ex. Best moving on. Yeah, move on. My cards for the day, I've got reach out and go for it. So very much in line with the daily read. And find a new approach, wake up. Don't know what that's about yet. Okay, who would like a reading? Pop up a message. You need to be more selfish. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and not in an angry way either, because we've got to realize that it's us that's been doing that to ourselves, right? When we've been doing that, when we've not been putting ourselves first. It's not other people that have been doing that. It's us that's been doing that. And so, because sometimes we can get angry with other people for having played their part, but, it was our decision in the first place. You feel the energies badly. It's kind of exciting though. Do you get that? It's like this shift in energy. It feels very empowering, kind of lively. I don't know. I'm liking it. I'm liking the energies. Okay, Saska. Saska's first. If anyone is new, just pop up a message. Tell me who you are, where you're from, where you're watching from. If you like a reading, I connect in with your higher self to pass on messages. Oh. Approaching Mercury retrograde. Oh, is it? I'm okay with Mercury retrograde. Retrograde. I was born Mercury retrograde, and it's just an internal. It's just the inner work time. External stuff stops happening, so we can focus on the internal sides. I prefer Mercury retrograde. It suits me. So I don't have problems with it. Like, I don't fight it or think that things are going to go wrong, because if you believe in that kind of crap, then it will go wrong. I think I wrote a blog about that one time. Okay, Saska, yours is all about communication, communicating your love. And so if we apply it to what we've just said, self-love is key in this. And so sometimes communicating love to another person isn't about pleasing them. It's about communicating how you're going to love yourself. And that in turn teaches them how to love themselves. So when you've got someone in your life that's not loving themselves, and it can be really tempting to be like the mother duck and then start loving them to compensate for it. But it doesn't teach them how to love themselves. That, in fact, it just enables them to continue not loving themselves. This is like communicating that you're going to love yourself to help people to see how to love themselves too. So it's about being the example. So it's like you can be the teacher by being the example, and it's through your communication. So sometimes, so if you're being selfish, right? So you start being selfish. Maybe someone that you were taking care of before, you just sit back and start being selfish. If you're not communicating what is actually going on there to them, they won't get that message that this is how to love themselves. Do you see what I mean? That then they're just going to think that you've withdrawn from them. They're going to feel that lack of love kind of thing. But if you tell them, actually, no, I'm not going to do that for you because I'm going to put myself first. It's a really good example. It's communicating that you're not going to do the past things because you're going to love yourself. So yeah, communication is key for you, Saska. Now, I'm thinking it's not so much that it's going to make it easier for you, but it's going to, You're going to lead the way kind of thing, helping people to make those decisions for themselves. And as I said, it's so much easier to deal with someone that's loving themselves. And so the relationships in your life will get better in the long term if those people learn to love themselves too, if they get to that point. Mimi's up next. Quiet day today. I'm on my third coffee. Big coffee day today. Mimi. Mimi. You got Be Firmer and I Am Heard. What I'm hearing from this is, did you ever watch Scooby-Doo with was it his cousin? Scrappy-Doo, little Scrappy-Doo. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. But was that little dog that would go, I'll show him. Like, always kind of being aggressive. I'll show him. But then, I don't know, it's like a little puppy or a little kitten or something being really aggressive. But then when they actually get there, they're not, they're quiet. I'm feeling like you've got this internal strength, Mimi, and you're like, oh, I'm going to do this. And then you get in the situation and you shut down a little bit. You don't do it. You go into quiet mode. Now there's something behind that. There's something behind not being able to stand up in that moment. A fear is kicking in or something like that. And your higher self is asking you to take that forward. It's like you're being firm, you're being empowered when you're away from those people, and then you get in that situation and you're still not empowering yourself in that situation. What about work? Is this something about work? Maybe you think, I'm going to tell my boss tomorrow, and then you get to work and you don't, you're just quiet still. You need to take that firmness, that empowerment into the moment. So maybe question what fears, what is stopping you from doing it. Sometimes we toe the line because we're scared of the changes. We're scared of people's reactions. So if it's in the workplace, you might be scared of telling your boss what you think of them because they might sack you. That kind of thing. Power. So it's hard to be empowered when we think that we don't have the power. We think someone's got power over us. But really, no matter what position someone's in, even if they're your boss, they're just a human being. They're still a human being. No one's really got power over us. It's a human being in a job, really. Same as everyone else. There you go, Mimi. Does anyone else want a reading? Anyone else watching? Quiet day today, Friday. Thursday for a lot of people. Lieutenant. Okay. So you're being quiet with your talent. It's interesting, my ex got rid of a troublemaker, asked him to move out a few days ago. After talking to me, this is someone that I've known since I've been on this island, and I know he's trouble. He's trouble. And my ex just keeps on helping him out. I stopped helping him out a couple of years ago. I just had enough of it. I saw his patterns and I know what he's like. And when he comes to me for help now, I'm like, no, it doesn't help him. But my ex keeps on helping him, and of course he does the same as he's always done. Is it turns bad and he starts sabotaging and he starts doing things to undermine people and cause trouble, cause dramas. He's trouble. Anyway, my ex decided to get rid of him, to finally speak out. And I said, in a year's time, when you tell me, oh, Joe's going to move back in again, I'm going to remind him, I'm going to shake him and say, no, remember, same thing happens every time. He doesn't change. It's who he is. Feeling there's that kind of energy around this full moon as well, and around today, is just seeing things clearly. This truth be told card, seeing people's truth, seeing what people are showing you, not trying to outlove people and change them. It's like, yeah, just seeing people for who they are and making decisions for ourselves, what's best for ourselves. I'm feeling like there's this, we can't have our true tribes and be really happy in our communities until we can do this for ourselves. Because we're keeping ourselves in the wrong tribes when we keep ourselves trying to take care of other people that aren't the same vibration. You're welcome, Mimi. Capricorn. Mimi's Capricorn. Saska's Taurus. I remember that. No, not California. Is that Canada? I think this reading applies to my daughter as well. She started school and there's lots of fake girls there, pretenders in order to be liked. It's interesting, isn't it? I don't have movie channels here anymore. I don't watch TV, right? But there's like the resort TV here. And so every now and then I would put movie channels on, but the movie channels have been removed. I think about a month ago I tried to watch a movie. It's very rare that I'd do it. I tried to watch a movie and the channel came up with, I don't know, some kind of message in Thai. So they'd obviously not paid for the channels anymore, and now they've just completely disappeared. But when I was watching movies, in the evening, if I just wanted to veg out and watch movies instead of, usually I'll learn things. I'll put stuff on YouTube or podcasts or something and actually use my time wisely. But if I did just want to veg out and watch things, the movies, like American movies, especially the teen movies, they're hideous. Like really hideous, especially the girls. It would be quite a shock to me. It's like, is this American culture? Like girls being real bitches and like you're saying, Saska, it's like the fake girls and stuff. It's really shocking in films to me because I'm just not exposed to that kind of culture at all. And maybe they're being taught by these films, or maybe the film's a reflection of how it is. I don't know which way around it is. Taurus. Hey, Ashley, how are you? There was a little bit of that when I was at school in the UK, but only a little bit. We were still real back then. They're only 12. It's crazy, isn't it? So they're being taught somehow, hey? And I think maybe the films are doing it because, as I said, when I've seen them, I'm shocked by it. I'm like, really? This is a role model? Even the way that they speak, it's kind of, wow. It's ugly out there. Yeah. I was going to say it's funny, but it's not. Ashley, do you want a reading? Guessing you do. So yeah, look out for the full moon reading. Ooh. Because I'm going to record it right after this. I'm really interested to what this one's about because I'm feeling the energy already. Maybe I should do this more often. Usually I do them in advance. But maybe I should wait until the energy hits like this and do it. Ashley, you've got grace and abundance, good things flowing to you. And right, you know how we have this upper limit on how good we can let it be. So someone tells us they love us and we burst into tears, or someone asks, can they help us, and we burst into tears, that kind of thing. Or, we're given a bonus or good things start happening, and then it makes us feel overwhelmed, emotionally overwhelmed. And it just shows when you feel emotionally overwhelmed about how good something is, it just shows that we're not expecting it, kind of thing. It shows that we need to raise our emotional game up to expect much better. And so that's where you're at the moment, Ashley, is like expecting better. It's time to expect much better for yourself. I am that. Knowing you're deserving of it much better, and just letting it flow, the good things flow to you. So maybe you've been in a kind of energy of not expecting much from other people, not requiring much. You know, the person that says, oh, I'm okay, I don't need that much, just give me the scraps, that kind of energy, instead of, yeah, give me all the best stuff. Because you deserve it. Everyone does. Like, we don't need to be frugal or hold ourselves back. So yeah, when the good things flow in, just when it becomes emotionally overwhelming, know that that just means that you need to raise your emotional game up to expect more. The universe and your higher self wants you to receive more. And so it can be a step-by-step thing. But you know, that believing that you're more of a giver, that's like saying, I believe that I'm more of an exhaler than an inhaler. It's impossible. It's impossible. There has to be balance. And if you think that you can be out of balance, the universe will balance it up. The universe will balance it up to keep you in balance. And that isn't so good when that happens, when we get these things forced on us. So yeah, it's whenever you think that you're more of a giver, or that you should be more of a giver, think of it that way. You can't be more of an exhaler than an inhaler. You can be unaware of your inhalations. You can be pretending that you're not inhaling, you know? And that's what people tend to do. Is like, I know I've been around a lot of people that think that they're giving a lot that haven't been at all. It's bizarre. I'm not saying that this is you. There's been particular people that think that they're giving a lot, but when I've looked at them, I feel like they're a bludger, just taking from other people and hardly giving a thing. And they think that they're giving because they think they're doing, you know how I was saying before? They think that they're guessing what other people want and giving that to them, so they think that they're a giver. But it's not what people want. Yeah, they're doing things, they're wasting their energy doing things for people. They think they're giving, and it's not. Whereas if you're truly giving, like if you can receive and then you can truly give, that's when you're actually giving people what they're asking for. Yeah, I've seen that, not in a lot of people, but there's some people that I've met that just think that they're complete givers and that they don't receive, and I've seen quite the opposite in them. To me, they've been, a bludger, just taking from other people. So sometimes it's about awareness. Not saying that that's you actually, but that's an extreme. Do you know what I mean? Because the balance is always there. The balance is always there. Yeah, there might be a little bit of truth in that for you. I think there is. It is with everyone, you know. If we think we're out of balance, we're actually not. And so, yeah, just be careful of that, of what you think you're giving. So I'm thinking of one particular example. This girl, and her giving was just so weird because it was about what she wanted. It was like like passive aggressive kind of giving. You know how passive aggressive is really aggressive, really. She would try and help those people that had the things that she wanted. Yeah. It was very peculiar. Very peculiar situation. Something to think about. Yeah. Yours is so different, Ashley, than everyone else's today. It's good. Psychic Cafe is good, isn't it? Thank you, Saska. I enjoy doing it. I really do. I enjoy doing the videos. I enjoy doing all of this stuff. It's great. It's really good for me. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Quiet morning this morning. Thanks for everyone's likes and stuff. I'm going to do that full moon video right now. I'm going to get outside and do that. So look out for that on my YouTube channel. Coming to the YouTube channel very soon. Have a great day, evening, everybody. And I'll see you soon. Am I on this tomorrow? Saturday? Yeah, probably. And then I'll do the week ahead tomorrow. Or maybe today. We'll see. Bye.